Good morning, everyone. My name is Nikki, and today we're going to be talking about in our live, what does racial justice mean? I want to pause and say thank you so much for joining the live this morning and to share a little bit about myself. If you don't know me, I'm the creative director of Transform Nursing, and my work is all around helping nurses and other healthcare professionals really dive deeply into conversations and dialogue around race and class in healthcare, and to get us to be more intentional in our practices with our patients so that we really can bring about racial justice and bring about social justice with people. So the way that I do that is to really have these conversations, to bring in some planning around that for organizations so that they know how that they can really bring their organizations into this place where we are creating a culture where racial justice is possible. And if you want to find out a little bit more about what I do, you can check out my website at www.transformnursing.com, where I have blogs, I have podcasts with some really amazing community leaders and activists and other nurses and people from health policy, etc., that are talking about how they've done this in their organizations, how they've promoted diversity and inclusion. And I get really, really excited to talk about it. So I hope you'll check it out, as well as the course that I offer as well. It's called the Nurses Influential Leadership Lab, and this course is all about and all for healthcare professionals, really about social justice leadership and helping us to take that on and to really own it and to really bring into context what it means to promote social justice and racial justice in our workplaces. So I want to let everybody know that I love coming back to listen to these lives. So if you leave any comments, I will come back and I will check them out. Please tag someone if you think that this would be relevant to them, whether they're a nurse or a doctor or in healthcare, or even not in healthcare. Maybe they're an activist or a lay leader or someone that you think really needs this kind of information. Please tag them and let them know. I love to know where you're listening from. So I have people that listen all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. I have people that listen from Japan. So please let us know, let the audience know where you're listening from today. We'd love to know that. I love to kind of find out where people are from. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into my topic. As you know, I always have notes because I want to make sure I'm on point for my people. So what I wanted to ask you, or what I wanted to share, is, what does social justice mean? Well, social justice is considered a concept of fair and just relations between the individual and society. And it's measured by the way wealth is distributed. It's measured by opportunities for personal advancement and social privileges, right? And we talk about that here in Transform Nursing in our lives. We talk about privilege, and we talk about the intersectionality between race and class and health, and we talk about everyday ordinary things and how nurses can really be impactful in ordinary spaces. And now what I want to talk about is racial justice. And what does that mean? Well, according to Uprooting Racism, racial justice is defined as a proactive reinforcement of policies, practices, and attitudes and actions that produce equitable power, access, opportunities, treatment, impacts, and outcomes for all. Let me say that again. That is a mouthful. Racial justice is a proactive reinforcement of policies, practices, and attitudes that produce equitable power, access, opportunities, treatment, impacts, and outcomes for all. What I love about the definition for racial justice is that it's talking about it being proactive. So oftentimes we look at things and we're like, well, we'll put it on paper and that'll make everything better. We'll tell people that this is something that we need to have and that'll make things better. Well, what I have found is that when it comes to racial justice and when it comes to social justice, it has to be proactive. It has to be written into the policies and the procedures of your organization. And I wanted to take a moment and highlight where I work. I haven't told many people that I actually work full-time, but I do. I work full-time for the JOCS Initiative, which I absolutely love. And right now I'm actually at the JOCS Journey Center, where we had our grand opening last week, Thursday. We had a lot of amazing dignitaries come. We had the Honorable Elijah Cummings actually come. I actually got a chance to speak to him about my program, which is the Linkage to Care Plus program. And it was just such an amazing opportunity because I could see how moved he was by the work that we're doing in the community. And what I know, and what the Honorable Elijah Cummings knows, is that there's a 20-year life expectancy difference in life expectancy in Baltimore, depending on where you live, by zip code. So the difference in living in Druid Hill versus living in Roland Park is that if you live in Druid Hill, you can expect to be 3 times more likely to develop heart disease. You can be expected to be 8 times more likely to die from diabetes, 15 times more likely to die from homicide, and 20 times more likely to die from HIV and AIDS. And what I want us to understand is that when you are really trying to be intentional about racial justice, you have to incorporate that into the work that you do. And here at the Journey Center, that's exactly what we do. And here at the Jocks Initiative, that's exactly what we do. We consider racial justice. And the Journey Center, if you don't know very much about it, is a huge, beautiful community space for all people infected or affected by HIV and Hep C, for partners, for family members, for community. It's a place and a space where you can feel free to be who you are and to express yourself. And it's also a place that focuses on wellness and inclusivity. So at the Journey Center, which I'm right across the street from it today, we do HIV and Hep C testing. We have computer labs for people that are coming in. It's open to youth and young people and other organizations that are looking to partner with us. It's a fantastic and phenomenal space. But I'll tell you the thing that I love the most about the Jocks Initiative and about our fearless leader, Dr. Jamie Mignano, is that we really believe in racial justice here. We really believe in proactively reinforcing and enforcing aspects of race and class that are going to increase inclusivity for all people. So we have the beautiful Rhonda Carr, who is a peer navigator who works at the Journey Center, and also a trans woman that came and she spoke so eloquently about the services that we provide and about how she feels about what we do at the Journey Center. And I just wanted to highlight her as well because I just think she's so super amazing. But here at the Jocks Initiative, we integrate into our policies and into our procedures aspects of inclusion. So we think about trauma-informed care here, right? We think about pronouns and why pronouns matter. We think about being gender, having gender expression and having gender neutral bathrooms so folk feel comfortable when they come in our space. Our way of thinking and practicing is how can we make this space inviting for all community members? And that's what racial justice is really about. And that's the work that I really do with Transform Nursing, is helping organizations get to that place where their cultures are inclusive spaces. And I'm super excited to be in a space where I can do that. And before I go, I wanted to tell everyone about a wonderful workshop that I'm doing. It's my very first live workshop. I'm super excited about it. It's called Racial Justice Unpacked: Tools for Community Leaders, Activists, Lay Leaders, Helping Professionals, and it's a deliberative dialogue. And we're going to have some amazing panelists, some amazing panelists. We're going to have a wonderful deliberative dialogue in which you get to participate and express everything about who you are and what you believe is important to racial justice. I hope you'll be there. It's on November 10th at the Community Engagement Center. There is an Eventbrite, which I'll put in the comment section so that you can sign up, and it's completely free. So I'll be sharing a little bit more about that in my next live and just touching on a few things that we may be talking about. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any comments, whether those comments agree or disagree with anything that I say. I welcome you. This is a safe and open space for you to share your thoughts and your opinions. I hope you have a great Monday. Make it wonderful. Take care, everyone. Bye.